I'm Madison Fearon. I'm a 13-year Girl Scout and a senior in high school. The documentary you are about to watch is my Girl Scout Gold Award. I made this documentary to show how we actually feel about social media as teens and the effects it has on us.
My name is Riley Flores.
My name is Crystal.
Hi, my name is Bailey.
My name is Leah.
Hi, my name is Natalie.
My name is Kathy.
Hi, my name is Mackenzie.
I am Michaela.
Hi, my name is Katie.
I'm Madison Fearon, and this is our life on social media.
There are many different types of social media platforms out there today. The most popular are YouTube, Instagram, and Snapchat. These have become very popular because you are always connected with the people you follow, and you are almost always guaranteed to have a like or comment very quickly. Many people today spend most of their lives on their phones. In fact, people spend around 2.5 hours on their phones each day. That means you're on your phone 35 full days in a year. And more than 50% of that time is usually spent on social media.
When I first got social media when I was younger, I was on it all the time. I didn't realize that I could have been missing so much of what was in front of me by being on my phone all the time.
I never realized how much of an impact it had on me until I spent a month and a half without my phone, without social media, in the middle of the woods. Like during the school year, like prior to that, I was always on it, like seeing stories, seeing posts from my other friends. But then once I was off of it, it almost felt like a boulder was like lifted from my chest. I was free, that I wasn't concerned with wondering what my other friends were doing or what people across the world were doing. I was able to enjoy the moment and live my life and not think about, oh, should I post this? Should I not? Will people like it? Will people not? I was truly able to enjoy that experience. And now coming back to the real world, I found that I'm not looking at social media the same way. I found that I've actually reduced my my use of it because I realized that all the stuff that's online really isn't real. That people tend to people post the happy things. You're not going to post that your parents got a divorce. You're not going to post that your dog died or post that you lost your job. You're going to post the happy things. You're going to post that new outfit you got, that new car you got, maybe an awesome trip you're on.
2017 Youth Risk Behavior Survey System indicates that an estimated 14.9% of high school students were electronically bullied in the 12 months prior to the survey.
Cyberbullying is bullying in an online setting. So what it is when another person will call others bad names, try to demean them, post rude pictures about them.
Cyberbullying, basically bullying on steroids. It definitely takes a toll emotionally and mentally. It's not easy having someone totally bash on like something that you're really proud of or just something or a post you put on. Usually when people put up their posts, they're expecting nice comments, things like people just like being positive and saying, yeah, you did great or you look beautiful. But instead when you get someone who responds, oh, you look hideous, oh, you look ugly, you have no talent, it definitely takes a toll. And like as those add on, it makes the situation even worse.
Cyberbullying is bullying someone that is different than you on an online setting. I believe that cyberbullying is so much worse than normal bullying because it can be anonymous, and this could potentially lead to the sender having more confidence to be even more cruel.
Over 80% of young adults believe it is easier to get away with online bullying than bullying in person. Communicating more indirectly has made it easier to be cruel. This seems to be especially true of girls who don't like to disagree in real life.
I believe cyberbullying is caused by people who are just not necessarily confident about themselves. And so to make them feel better about themselves, they knock down people who have a stronger self-confidence.
On many of the social media platforms we have today, people can follow you that you have no idea who they are. And that can be very dangerous because you have no idea what their intentions are and why they are following you.
I would talk to somebody online only if we had mutual friends and I knew there was a mutual connection, and I would reach out to the people that we mutually knew just to make sure they weren't weird or a little bit funny, just to make sure I'm safe and to make sure that nothing's happening.
I would never talk to someone online that I did not know in real life. The reason for this is I would not know their intentions, and this could lead me to be in an uncomfortable situation that could have been avoided in the first place.
I wouldn't talk with someone online that I didn't know. To me, that feels unsafe. I would like to meet the person before, or I would just not have conversations online at all. I'd rather have a more personal one-to-one contact with the person.
No, I would not talk to anyone online that I didn't know because I don't know who they are and what they're going to do.
I would talk to someone online if I didn't know them in person and I knew that I had a connection with them. I did meet one of my first friends at college online before school started. We were able to meet in person once school started, so that was an online connection before we actually met. And I also have people that I talk to online that I don't know in person, but we share similar interests such as books and TV shows. And I'm always sure that I don't give out any personal information until I meet that person.
I would never talk online with someone that I've never met in person. You really don't know if that person is like who they say they are. It's very easy to come up with another identity online because like how are you going to check it? How do you know? It's easy to create a bio or a profile, and I find that's when trouble comes along.
A survey conducted by the Royal Society for Public Health asked 14 to 24-year-olds how social media impacted their health and well-being. They found that it led to an increased feeling of depression, anxiety, poor body image, and loneliness. One study out of the University of Pittsburgh found a correlation between time spent scrolling through social media apps and negative body image feedback. Those who had spent more time on social media had 2 times more of the risk of eating and body image concerns compared to their peers who spent less time on social media.
I don't believe in healthy relationships online. You lack the human connection, a human emotional connection. So when you read a text online, you won't hear their sarcasm or their excitement or even their nervousness. All you would see are emojis and maybe an LOL thrown in there. That's for you to interpret.
A healthy online relationship could be talking to someone about a mutual interest, such as a book or a TV show, but not giving out any personal information.
I don't believe that you could have a healthy relationship online if you don't know the person in real life. If you have met someone in real life and they have an online relationship with you, it is important to remember that even though you aren't talking face to face, your words can still affect the other person. And if you do have an online relationship, it should be the same feeling as any other relationship. The person should respect your privacy and space. This even means if they're not busy and you are, they shouldn't spam you until they get an answer.
Many social media platforms today have sensitive materials posted on them. There has been a study showing what age groups should be able to use what social media platforms. The most important thing to remember while online is how to be safe. And there are a few tips we have to show what safety precautions you can do while online.
I define internet safety as not giving out personal information to people you don't know on the internet.
Internet safety depends mainly on the user. So that's how careful you are, how wise you are when using this technology, because it may affect your physical well-being. So that can include your information, your privacy, but it can also affect your mental well-being if you're not careful enough. It can affect your emotions, your beliefs, and even like your self-confidence.
How I would define internet safety is something that you're not saying your address, somewhere where you are, when you're not saying like you're not going to be home, like stuff like that. That stuff should be personal.
I define internet safety as not giving out personal information to people you don't know on the internet, and also making sure that you're regularly changing your password so that you avoid getting hacked.
I define internet safety as using the internet without compromising personal information. The best way to be safe on the internet is to constantly change your passwords, never share personal information, And monitor your bank account if you are shopping online.
Kids today are getting actual polling data on how much people like them or their appearance via things such as likes. There has recently been a study showing the more likes you get, the more confident you are in yourself. Another part to this study is that the more confident you are, the more popular you are. So students are connecting popularity with the amount of likes you have.
I stay safe when I'm online by not saying my location, by not saying things that are unnecessary, by keeping all comments nice and stuff like that. Just something you wouldn't say in person, not saying it online.
I stay safe while online by minimizing how much time I do spend on the internet in the first place. When I do go on the internet, I make sure not to share any information about family, friends, or myself.
I feel safe online when one, I don't have, like, let's say my location on, or when I don't follow people that I don't know.
I feel safe on social media when I release as little amount of unnecessary information such as location, who I'm with, and personal info.
There are a few things while you are online to look for to ensure your safety. You should always look for the lock at the top of your screen. That means the website is safe. The most reputable sites will scramble your information as it gets sent across the wires, and this ensures nobody can get your information. You should also always make sure you have the newest update on your virus protection. Checking this each time before you go online will help protect you and your device.
Research is showing an increase in the number of people struggling with technology addiction. Constantly being plugged into social media and the internet leads to a fear of missing out. To complicate things further, the developers of technology are actively trying to create products that tap into our addictive tendencies, talking openly about creating a compulsion loop. This compulsive loop is also being used by advertisers. They are trying to target teens to show that other people are using it, so they should do so as well to fit in. And this is causing more compulsive spending by teenagers.
I never was a victim to cyberbullying, but I was a victim to bullying when I was younger. I was I was a very happy person. I still am a very happy person, but as a kid, I was very happy, always excited to learn. I loved learning, and a lot of my peers didn't share that. They didn't like how excited I was, how nice I was, how kind I was, and so at times they would say comments like, "Oh, what's wrong with you? Why are you always so happy?" They tried to bully me. They tried, keyword. I just never let them get to me. I just continued being who I was because I loved who I was. And that's, I guess, one way to prevent cyberbullying is that there are always going to be unhappy people in the world. There are always people who are going to be like not content with their life, but that doesn't mean you should let them get to you. Continue being who you are. Be you, be proud, be loud.
The best way to get rid of technology addiction is to stop it at its source. Teens should be encouraged to put down the phone and unplug for a while. By slowing down technology use, teens will be less dependent on it. And this also is true for adults and young children.
A lot of the things we do today are online. The only thing we can do is to make sure we're safe while using it. But this doesn't mean be terrified and never use the internet. Because it does have its benefits, we just have to make sure we're using it in the right way.
I have a few final messages for my fellow social media users. When you're with your friends, put your phone down. While you're looking at the adventures that other people are having, you're missing the one that's happening right in front of you. Also, there have always been, and there will always be haters in the world. There's nothing you can do about it. Just remember, be proud of who you are, but also be smart about what you post. Whatever you put out there, it's no longer yours. It's out there and you can't get it back. Also, social media can be used for good and bad. It can be used for networking, talking to people that you haven't spoken to in maybe years. But it can also be bad that spending too much time on it, you get lost in obsessing of what other people are doing and comparing yourself to them, and end up missing out on just so many wonderful things in life.
Thank you everyone for watching, and I hope you really learned what it means to be on social media as a teenager today. I would like to take this second to thank everyone who helped me on this project. I could not have done it without you. Thank you to my project advisor, Karen Scott, and my video advisor, Deborah Jabazio. I couldn't have done it without you.